Greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. Jumping in, we will get your rune and tarot card and another rune for each position for awesome clarity in your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. And at the very end, stay tuned because we'll get an oracle card from the Celtic Spirit Oracle deck here this week. These are beautiful ways to wrap up and really kind of tie a nice bow on everything at the end of the rune reading. So please take what resonates here, leave what doesn't as we continue. In your energetic past, we have the god Ing's rune of Ingwas. This is an irreversible rune. Whenever we have the lines going like this at the bottom of the runes, that's very stable energy. This is super stable energy. This is also nicknamed the Divine Masculine's rune. This is the god Ing's rune, though, however, and this is the rune of the seed here that's successfully planted in the fertile soil. So the seed will open when it needs to, and in divine timing. It will grow roots in divine timing, right, when it needs to. And we're responding and growing up above the soil when it needs to, and bearing fruit also at the same time. In the same manner, I mean. So with that, it's kind of like responding rather than reacting, and acting in accordance of knowledge rather than guessing, in ways of aspects of like the divine masculine container protecting that space, like the seed does before it opens up. And so divine masculine healing, and then those kind of aspects. Okay, so these in your energetic past, this is more of like these are all blessings or challenges thereof. This is also a reminder that we have divine masculine and feminine in all of us, Capricorn. So take what resonates here, leave what doesn't. You could be just working with more stability or healing ego issues in your past. Or, yeah. Okay, so look at this Three of Cups energy reversed. This is maybe a challenge with ego, like where's my cup being filled? Where is my celebration energy? How is my cup being filled? Yeah, okay, makes sense. This is clarified with Fehu. Yeah, where's my abundance? Where's my fulfillment? I have abundance attached to this kind of stuff. This is what I'm feeling here in this recent past here. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're going to get your rune for the now, though. The now is in Awas, and this is the rune of the horse. This is that energetic source that's proven itself to you many times throughout your life. So like the horse rune, man's best friend, is like a pilgrimage energy, that being able to lead and be led on this journey of life, this kind of pilgrimage energy, where it's an inner and outer pilgrimage at the same time. This could be actually you also literally traveling right now, like to a spiritually recharging place, or yeah, or going to like on a vacation. Regardless, this is a rune of nice reciprocity of that energetic source. In your card of clarity for this is the Four of Pentacles reversed. So not really being miserly, not really being restrictive with your abundance. You're not like burning your ship down to the bottom of the lake so it doesn't fall into enemy hands, kind of, so to speak, just because you can't celebrate your abundance the way you want to, kind of energy. You're still going to be it looks like you're sharing your abundance energy a little bit more. It looks like you're kind of looking at overcoming these lessons, like maybe like having that check of yourself, of your ego, like, oh, okay, wait a minute, therein lies my problem. There I was in my ego, looking at how full is my cup first. Yeah, so you're in your Berkana energy, blessed new beginnings. This could be you beginning a new travel, just kind of like beginning a new sort of journey in your life of blessing and nurturing of those aspects of your life, like being that what you were lacking in the past, like just becoming kind of more of that abundance kind of aspect for yourself or for others around you. In your near future here in Capricorn, this is beautiful because we have Yera, the rune of endings making beginnings, beginnings making endings. This means year. The year here at the conclusion of the year, this is also nicknamed the rune of the harvest, because at the end of the year we make a harvest, and when we make a harvest we take an evaluation of our crop. Did I plant enough? Did I get good quality seed? Did I take care of it? Like, what we sow is what we reap, kind of cause and effect energy. This isn't really karmic lessons, but this is definitely evaluating and learning lessons and being able to apply them into the next energies. So no worries there. This is like concluding of a cycle and beginning into a new one, with the lessons being learned here in this near future. This is the death card reversed. This is kind of like a rebirth process for you. This is still a cycles kind of energy here with death, even if it is reversed or not. This is still the other side of the cycle, right? So it's still part of the cycle. Like this Yara here is. This is like a rebirth energy for you. You're learning lessons and you're kind of getting like your groove back a bit here, it seems. Yeah, you're kind of getting back on the horse. You're getting back onto like your journey, and like, okay, that's where I left off. This is where I'm jumping on, and this is how we're traveling together with healthier aspects of being able to lead and be led, and recharge and like be able to intuitively kind of get to know one another, and that sort of respect there. That's beautiful. Again, take this all how it resonates, leave what doesn't. In the influence position for the now is the rune of Aries. So where's your faith? Maybe having to be in a defensive position a little bit. The antlers here of Aries rune are your antlers, that the built-in divine defense, built-in divine protection and connection divine to divine source as well, because yeah, that rune line going straight up is your divine connection as well. When the line's going straight down, still very grounding energy, right? So grounding in your faith. So you might be in a defensive even posture right now. Yeah, Ace of Swords reversed clarifies this. Yeah, so kind of being shaken, like, okay, tested in your faith, big time. And like how you begin things, how you nurture things. I think this is kind of like a reality check for you. Okay, wow, I wasn't getting the nurturing and the fulfillment, and maybe finding like, okay, maybe the problem is partially me, and my ego healing. Kind of, yeah, being emotionally that grounded container for your sense of flow. Divine feminine healing work too. So divine feminine and masculine balance work definitely needing. Your influence with this divine feminine flow work. Lagus, the rune of lake, sea flow, water, divining with water, dowsing with water, ceremony with water even, or even just visiting a body of water for emotional healing. This really kind of is that. The message here with this as a clarifying rune, though, is more of that grounded sense of flow, stability in your faith, right? With the Ace of Swords reverse, you're definitely influenced with a test of faith here and a test of intuition. Like you could have been projecting a lot here in your past and maybe just realizing a lot of that now. So what's your advice here for right now, Capricorn? Yeah. Manas is the rune of mankind. This is that super stable energy, okay, with that, both those lines going straight down, those super grounded energy, looking within for that clarity, adapting the definitions of one clan flag facing another clan flag, healthy definitions, labels, get into that, right, Capricorn? Be able to change your mind, go within for that clarity, be very, very grounded right now. But be very open to changing your mind, having that sense of clarity. Look at your attachments to labels, your identity, things like that. Be able to look at where you stand as your place in the world, where your attachment to outcomes, paradigms, thought beliefs, all that stuff. Okay. Yeah, Three of Wands reversed here. Now is not the time to be super collaborative with other energies. Now is the time to just manifest by going within right now. Three of Wands reverse, it just says like, stick with your faith. August even clarifies and says, ground yourself. Stay divinely just reminded. You're divinely protected. You're divinely connected, and stay in your faith, right? But be able to change your mind and like be able to adapt into stronger aspects of your faith, right? And it looks like you're moving forward into that here in the future. But what's in your outcome here for the now, for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading, is Kanos. Kanos is that Pac-Man energy gobbling up dots, wanting to move forward. This is the lantern, the light that illuminates the path for yourself and others simultaneously. This is better leading by example, practicing what you preach, living by the golden rule, like treating others how you want to be treated, literally, and like trailblazing energies into the directions that you want to trailblaze into. That's beautiful energies, Capricorn. And this is by the world reverse. So you are beginning something new, this new aspect of a journey. Maybe this is like a repeat of energy, maybe. But this is definitely you on maybe a commitment of faith here for yourself, like a restart for yourself. This is a new beginning, like you're manifesting into this new cycle. You're closing things off and getting into new, healthier lessons learned and being able to lead and be led in healthier dynamics here. Your rune clarifying your outcome here is your vector of victory, the God Tears rune Tiwans. This is sticking up for what is right for others, for yourself, what's just, what's good for you and good for the world, and your just dedication, your practice, your daily showing up for yourself, and assuring that you are in that God Tears kind of vector of victory there. The only warning here is that the God Tear, he sacrificed his arm to stave off Ragnarok, therefore becoming a martyr. Don't become a martyr out of these energies. Don't become that victim mentality and be like, oh, woe was me in the past, and have a full rehearsed pity story going with it. No, take responsibility of your actions of this here, Capricorn, because that's how you're going to definitely close off unhealthy things and move into healthier things. Okay? Beautiful stuff. Let me know how it resonates in the comments below. We're going to get the card of clarity now from the Celtic Spirit Oracle deck. So, Divine, please show us one card of clarity. What message does Capricorn need to hear for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading? What one card of clarity does Capricorn need to hear? What one card of clarity does Capricorn need to hear this week? Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the card number 3, Fawn. This is beginnings, willingness, and opportunities. And you've been on that thing about beginnings, but I think you're beginning to do this for yourself, and really starting to like take responsibility for how you feel rather than projecting a lot of that and making other people shoulder your emotions, and really kind of being more in your self-conviction here. Anyway, this card continues on to say that Fawn was the first being I encountered when entering the world of the Fae and became the first to be put onto paper. She welcomed me with open arms. The Triskela symbol in the circle is believed to be representing of the important energies forever in motion, progress, and completion. Everything is a never-ending cycle of flow into one another, where there is no start or finish, it just is. Fawn represents the welcome of new beginnings, a new way of thinking, a new way of being, a new way of seeing life, and many worlds coexist within our own, and many beings reside there, waiting to help us if we ask. We must allow ourselves to welcome new opportunities and keep our minds open to new things, even if it pushes the boundaries of our logical left-brained thinking. We must then learn to apply this way of truly seeing when approaching anything new for us to fully allow growth on any level, whether that be emotional, spiritual, or mental. Entering into anything new can be overwhelming, stressful, or even traumatic. However, the more we learn to understand things from a different viewpoint, or even just allow without understanding it all, the more we allow the change to happen. Change can happen whether we like it or not, but it always has the same outcome. It shifts us in a different place where we have the opportunities to learn and grow. We cannot control what happens to us, but we can control our reaction to it. We either embrace or accept it fully, or we resist. The decision's always ours, but we know this when you do not know what is on the other side. There's always the possibility of it being a positive experience, so don't doubt your capabilities of navigating your way through. Be willing to accept the change and new ways of being, learning, and accepting. This is where the biggest opportunities are hidden. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.